Hello students, a very good evening to all of you. I am Dr. Anurag Agrawal and this is OSN Academy of English, Academy for UGC NET and IAS Mains and English Literature. So today students, I have taken a very new topic and I am sure that this will give you a lot of energy, a lot of inclination to understand and to cover a wider area of UGC NET even and all those students who are related with English literature. And my today's topic is to deal and to guide you something about the South Asian literature. What is South Asian literature? Especially in the field of English course. So yes, good evening all of you students, and before I start this class, before I start guiding you in this topic, I would advise all students who are watching me here live that all students who are wishing to be a part of UGC NET 2020 exam that is to be held from 15th of June, the examination date has been confirmed. So back to back you have approximately 5 months left, a little less than that. So all the serious candidates must not waste their time, and you people, you do everything in life but be a little serious for your studies now, so that if you join my classes, offline classes going to start from Tuesday, that is in Lucknow. All those students who wish to be a part of OSN Academy direct offline classes are most welcome, and those who wish to join my online classes for UGC NET, for IAS Mains, for PGT, for DSB, etc., they might join my two batches. One is the old batch which is running, and one is about to start within 2 or 3 days. So you are most welcome students, and yes, be sure that you are going to excel if you choose OSN Academy, and yes, if you feel the connectivity between my guidance and your presence means कि आप कितना अच्छा हमसे connect कर पा रहे हैं. If you have chosen OSN Academy for your future, then it is the connectivity which matters. और एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा यहाँ पे कि जब हम पढ़ाते हैं, ऑनलाइन जब पढ़ाते हैं या ऑफलाइन पढ़ाते हैं, तो बच्चे कैसे क्वालिफाई करते हैं और बच्चे कैसे कनेक्ट फील करते हैं. इट इज जस्ट द गेम ऑफ एनर्जी. यहाँ इन ऑनलाइन क्लासेस यू आर नॉट सिटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी, दो यू आर वॉचिंग मी हियर. आई एम नॉट एबल टू वॉच यू, बट यू आर एबल टू वॉच मी. So the energy level which I am transferring from this side to all of you students all over India, that is very necessary. और वो energy level इतनी focused और इतनी strong और इतनी positive होनी चाहिए कि हमारी feeling, हमारी energy, हमारा जो knowledge है वो आप तक पहुंच पाए. And I am blessed that in making so, I am actually I feel good that I am able to give that level of knowledge which I give to my offline students sitting in front of me. With those words, I am just going to start with my topic, that is South Asian literature. See students, in the global marketplace of literature, ये पूरा जो marketplace है literature का पूरा globe की अगर हम बात करें, तो South Asian literature और South Asian writing in English has recently received unprecedented attention. We are giving a lot of attention to the South Asian writing. For example, Salman Rushdie's seminal novel, you must all be knowing that novel Midnight Children, which was published in 1981, as well as the popularity of more of his works, subsequent works. Then there is a very popular writer, Michael Odanji. Michael Odanji, he got the Booker Prize for The English Patient in 1992. All these works are very important, students, to know even for the choice questions for any examinations. Who has written The English Patient? Michael Odanji, the year 1992. Then we have the Arundhati Roy's Booker Prize for The God of Small Things in 1997. You must also not forget Jhumpa Lahiri's Pulitzer Prize winning novel, The Interpreter of Maladies. An Interpreter of Maladies was published in 2000. And yes, V.S. Naipaul's Nobel Prize for Literature in 2003. And these are just few notable highlights that have actually taken a ground place for the South Asian writing in English on the international literary career, on the international literary scene. So these are the the stalwarts of the South Asian writing, and to make them popularized, and that is why we have been receiving unprecedented attention, students. Sandeep, good evening. Prabha, good evening. Good evening, sorry sir, good evening बोलना था. राजेश, midnight. सीमा वर्मा, good evening. प्रभा, yes sir, UGC नेट के लिए भी है क्या? रघुवंश, sir PDF provide please. रघुवंश कुमार दुबे. So students, आप जो भी यहाँ पे मैसेज कर रहे हैं, हम कोशिश करेंगे हम सभी बच्चों का जवाब दें. राजेश पॉल, हाउस ऑफ मिस्टर विश्वास, यस राजेश मिस्टर विश्वास. हम फिर से वही बात रिपीट करना चाहेंगे, प्रभा, संदीप, सीमा, रघुवन, कि आप जो कुछ भी बनना चाहते हैं, पढ़ना चाहते हैं, प्रॉपर सिस्टम से पढ़िए बच्चों, प्रॉपर सिस्टम से पढ़िए. और मैंने आपको शायद परसों भी कुछ बच्चों को बताया था कि आप सेशन के बाद हमसे व्हाट्सएप पे बात करिए, हमको कॉल करिए, और हम आपको पूरी गाइडेंस देंगे. और तब आपका अगर मन करता है तो यू गेट, बिकॉज यहाँ पे क्या है, यूट्यूब पे आई एम कमिंग हियर टू मेक यू आउट ऑफ दिस फियर, कि आपका ये डर खत्म हो जाए. एंड यू मे अंडरस्टैंड कि हंड्रेड्स ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स जो हमारे पिछले 3 बैचेस में क्वालिफाई किए हैं ऑल ओवर इंडिया, वो कितने लकी रहे हैं कि दे गॉट सच classes which were full of expertise and knowledge, and I covered the entire world of literature of UGC NET. And UGC NET क्लास करने से फायदा क्या होता है स्टूडेंट्स, कि PGT हो, DSSB हो, TGT हो, ग्रेड 1 हो, स्टेट एलिजिबिलिटी टेस्ट हो, इंग्लिश एंट्रेंसेस हो या PhD एंट्रेंस हो, ये सब कोई एग्जाम बहुत ही आसानी से आप इसको क्वालिफाई कर सकते हैं if you get this platform of UGC NET or even for IAS Mains in English Literature. So now once again a very good evening to all of you, Seema, Prabha, and as I finish this class you can connect me on my WhatsApp number and have a word with me so that you may be getting all the guidance. Sir, UPSC के लिए कैसे पढ़ें English Literature? रघुवंश कुमार दुबे, as you know that I have been teaching UPSC Mains in English since past 20 years, and the students from all over India, they have been coming for the IAS Mains classes here in Lucknow. But in case you are not able to come to Lucknow for the offline IAS Mains class, don't worry, because this is for the first time that I have started already UPSC Mains batch 2020-2021, and the students pan India are studying and they are in my live online automatic recorded classes. Dinesh Kumar Gopi, good evening. WhatsApp number provide. रघुवंश, देखिए यहाँ पे नंबर लिखा हुआ है, आप देखिए सामने, यहाँ पे देखिए 993. मैं आपको फिर से यहाँ लिख देता हूँ. This is my number and this is my WhatsApp number also, and this number is written here also, Raghuvansh. And if some of the students, if you belong to South India, few students are coming from Karnataka to Lucknow by this end of January. So in case you are from South India or any place, you can also avail the opportunity to be in my offline classes. Fine. So let us start. Raghuvansh, मेरे ख्याल से आपको समझ में आ गया होगा. This is my number. You can WhatsApp me and you can call me for IAS Mains की classes के लिए. उसका पूरा स्टडी मटेरियल अलग है. UGC नेट का स्टडी मटेरियल पूरा अलग है. PGT का बिल्कुल अलग है. बट इफ यू आर अ UGC नेट एस्पिरेंट, ऑटोमेटिक सारे एग्जाम्स आपके क्वालिफाई हो सकते हैं. फाइन स्टूडेंट्स, लेट अस प्रोसीड विद द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ साउथ एशियन लिटरेचर. फाइन. सो अभी तक मैंने आपको बताया कि दीज आर जस्ट फ्यू नोटेबल हाइलाइट्स which have been given to us, which have come to our scenario, our canvas of English literature on the international literary scene. And the South Asian experience imagined in English rehearses numerous silent characteristics, and many works, they call attention to the idea of empire and interrogate the colonial moments of the subcontinent's history. If you remember, the struggle for independence, the partition of India, that is the Pakistan-India 1947, the mass migration of Hindus and Muslims on both sides of the newly created borders, the chaos, the violence, the expression in literature of India and Pakistan, the tensions in Sri Lanka, and a long conflict between the Sri Lankan government and the Tamil Tiger rebels that claimed more than 60,000 lives and displaced more than approximately 1.5 million people from their homes have found voice in Sri Lankan literature. Don't forget, students, a brutal civil war fought for independence from Pakistan has figured in the Bangladeshi literary imagination. Ideas of nationalism and attempts to define the new nations have also been the important concerns. The lot of atrocities by the caste system, communalism, the growing sensitivity for what? To the rights of the women and minorities. These have been the vital issues consistently which have been represented from time to time in the works of literature and the South Asian literature. Don't forget, students, that much of the writing focuses on the issues of identity, whether it may be individual, it may be collective, it may be local, it may be foreign, and religion and politics actually begin to matter a lot as discussions of progress are confronted with ancient traditions. And yes, South Asian authors writing in English, they basically tend to favor a secular humanistic perspective. So this जो मैं आपको यहाँ पे बता रहा हूँ स्टूडेंट्स, ये बेसिकली बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आपको ये जानने के लिए कि साउथ एशियन लिटरेचर है क्या. कभी कल को कोई आपसे पूछे, so you can actually tell that yes, this is called South Asian literature and what it is in-depth knowledge. For many of the writers, particularly who have left their native lands, the act of writing becomes a way to reclaim their homeland, and the notion of memory figures prominently in their narratives. And the immigrant's story has in fact proved to be a proper subject, as much like you can say the Jewish, the Irish, the Chinese, the Polish, the South Asians. And the settings of these narratives are as varied as the themes. Now from here onwards, I am going to give you some very good names, some very important names like Hari Kunzuru's novel. Hari Kunzuru's नाम देखिए. एक नाम है हरी. Hari Kunzuru's novel, The Impressionist. The Impression लिख करके IST. Which books is better for CS literature? South Indian literature में भी आता है क्या एग्जाम में? So also provide actually syllabus of CS exam literature. रघुवंश कुमार दुबे, मैंने अभी आपसे बेटा बताया था ना कि आपको नंबर दिया था कि पूरा सिलेबस सब कुछ मैं आपको डिटेल समझा दूंगा, नथिंग टू वरी. और जो बुक्स हैं मैं बुक्स के बारे में भी आपको पूरा बता दूंगा. और बुक्स बहुत सारी मार्केट में आती हैं, दे आर फ्लडेड इन द मार्केट. But if you take the expert books, that is which is being written by me, where you will also get the solved question papers, the unsolved question papers solved by me, proper history of English literature written according to the IAS pattern, and many more books. So then you will be basically developing your level manifolds compared to the market books. तन्मय, साउथ एशियन, यस, अभी मैं वही तो पढ़ा रहा हूँ जो आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा है तन्मय, कि साउथ एशियन लिटरेचर, चूंकि अभी आपने सुना नहीं है कि ये कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है, आप उसको अलग से समझ रहे हैं. सो हरी कुंजरूज द इम्प्रेशनिस्ट, बेसिकली दिस नॉवेल stretches from the Rajasthan desert, Agra, Fatehpur and Bombay to London, Oxford and finally to the remote West African landscape. इसके बाद एक नाम आता है हनीफ कुरैशी. कितनी बार आपके यूजीसी नेट में ये वर्क पूछा गया है, हनीफ कुरैशी. हनीफ कुरैशी's work is set primarily in Britain. कोई आपसे पूछे कि इसका वर्क कहां पे बेसिकली सेट है, so his work primarily is in Britain. Then there is a name David Davidars और उसका नाम है नॉवेल का The House of Blue Mangoes. David Davidars, The House of Blue Mangoes is set in a tropical space of the southern India. Then Jhumpa Lahiri's short stories takes place in the urban American as well as the Indian settings. Then Kamila Shamsi, In a City by the Sea, is set in Karachi. Salman Rushdie's Shame, आपको पता होगा SHAME, is undoubtedly and obviously set in Pakistan. But in the novel Shame, the narrator goes through great pains to tell us that the country is not Pakistan at all, but an altogether fictitious place. Fictitious मतलब होता है काल्पनिक. And apart from this, some others like R.K. Narayan create wholly the imaginary locales of their stories. So this is, students, this is basically okay Raghuvansh, my number please send कीजिएगा, it's humble request. Raghuvansh Dubey, I have given you my number. I think I gave you my number just now. And okay, I'll just do one thing. स्टूडेंट्स थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करिए, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज हम आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं. आपका जो होराइजन है वो काफी आज इस लेक्चर के बाद बढ़ जाएगा और आपको ये समझ में आएगा कि हमें कितने सिस्टम से सर पढ़ाते हैं और कितना चीजों को अलग अलग बाइफरकेट करके आपको पता चलेगा कि यूजीसी नेट इज अ वेरी टॉप लेवल एग्जामिनेशन, दो इट इज वेरी टफ कंसीडर्ड इन द मार्केट, बट इट बिकम्स वेरी इजी once you get to know या get to understand that this examination cannot be qualified with a lot of hard labor like a laborer. It can be qualified very easily by smart studies and by technical assistance which the students all over India they get from my classes and my study material and my test series. So nothing to worry students, just you have to be passionate कि हाँ सर हमें करना है. Fine. Now let me proceed once again. See students, ये जो साउथ एशियन राइटिंग इन इंग्लिश है, द पॉपुलैरिटी ऑफ दिस साउथ एशियन राइटिंग इन इंग्लिश कैन एक्चुअली बी एट्रीब्यूटेड टू द फैक्ट दैट देयर इज अ डेफिनेट कॉन्टेक्स्ट फॉर दिस लिटरेचर एंड द मोन्यूमेंटल राइज ऑफ द साउथ एशियन नॉवेलिस्ट हैज बीन enough. And they have been compared to the Latin American novelists of the 1970s and 1980s. And they are represented by no other than Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Carlos Fuentes, Mario Loaiza, etc., etc. But one question comes to my mind, that what about the future of South Asian writing in English? Will South Asian writers be able to sustain their imaginative paradigms and persist in the producing writing of high quality which they have been doing? And is this a literature that will continue to influence the future generations around the world? Students, कुछ पिछले सालों में the overwhelming history, literary and commercial success of the South Asian novels has given big prizes and big money, big popularity for writers, and huge profits even are shared by the publishers. To come to the point directly, after giving you this little much details, I am going to give you that this encyclopedic world of South Asian entries on novelists, on novels, and one thing more, cinematic adaptations of novels, as well as poets, dramatists, autobiographers, short story writers, themes, genres, literary movements, and even a lot of historical events. Fine. So, you can say that this field of knowledge, that is the South Asian literature, is a complete encyclopedia in itself, and you will be really amazed and you will be feeling very happy also that once I will tell you the names of the novelists who are in this South Asian novelists, तब अभी एक स्टूडेंट ने जो हमसे पूछा उसको आप उसका जवाब आपको मिलेगा बेटा. हाँ, आपका नाम है तन्मय मयंक. तन्मय, मुझे नहीं पता कि आप यूजीसी नेट के स्टूडेंट हैं या क्वालिफाई कर चुके हैं या करना चाहते हैं. अब देखिए, आपने नाम ये सुने होंगे, लेकिन किस प्रकार से ये साउथ एशियन उसके अंदर आते हैं. अगर हम नॉवेलिस्ट की बात करें तो मीना अलेक्जेंडर, मुल्कराज आनंद, रस्किन बॉन्ड, विक्रम चंद्रा, उपमन्यु चैटर्जी, अमित चौधरी, डेविड दाविलकर, किरण देसाई, अनीता देसाई, शशि देशपांडे, फारूक ढोंडी, चित्रा बैनर्जी दिवाकारुनी, इंदिरा गणेशन, अंजना अपचाना, अनीता राव बदामी, and there are a list of writers who come under the South Asian this thing. For example, if I take the example of Gabriel's Gift, who can tell me? Umed Singh, good evening. Sia Saki, hello sir, very good evening. Jaspal, due to fever I could not attend your class. Jaspal, are you in my regular classes which is going on daily? My personal online class? And Umed Singh, good evening. Sia, I am sure you are in my online class and doing well. Students who are watching me here, can anybody tell me that who has written Gabriel's Gift? Gabriel's Gift is written by Hanif Qureshi. And who is Hanif Qureshi? Hanif Qureshi was born in 1954 in Kent. At the age of 14, he decided to become a writer. And though he is from the South Asian ethnicity and the son of an immigrant, he considers himself thoroughly English, and his writing part of English literature is very, commanding. And Gabriel's Gift, Alpana Gupta, good evening, good evening, Alpana. Yes, Gabriel's Gift focuses on a white family in London. देखिए नेट में किस प्रकार से आपको स्मार्ट स्टडीज करना होता है. नॉलेज तो चाहिए होती है, लेकिन कितनी चाहिए होती है वो मैं आपको फोकस करके बता रहा हूं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जैसे मैं आपको गैब्रियल गिफ्ट बता रहा हूं तो कितनी चीज बताऊंगा, बस इतना ध्यान रखिएगा. जैसे मैंने आपको शॉर्ट में बता रहा हूं कि गैब्रियल गिफ्ट फोकसेस ऑन अ वाइट फैमिली इन लंदन, पर्टिकुलरली ऑन द टाइटल कैरेक्टर, इन पर्टिकुलर ऑन द टाइटल कैरेक्टर दैट इज गैब्रियल गिफ्ट. एंड गैब्रियल कौन है? जो टाइटल कैरेक्टर है उसका नाम है गैब्रियल, हु इज 15 years of age. एंड गैब्रियल इज अ ड्रीमर, सपना देखता है, who likes to draw and who has the ability to make the objects he depicts comes to life and then at the turn of a sheet of his artist's paper disappear. He often communes with his dead twin brother Archie, who passed away at the age of 2 and who left an emotional hole in the whole family. बस अब आपको सिर्फ इतना 2-3 लाइन का मैंने समरी बताया, एंड दिस इज मोर देन एनफ फॉर स्टूडेंट्स कि आपको कभी कोई क्वेश्चन मिल जाए सो यू कैन रिलेट दैट यस गैब्रियल्स गिफ्ट इज बाय हरीफ कुरैशी और सर ने ये बताया था तो यहाँ पे इस तरह से ये आंसर होगा इस तरह से। तो इस प्रकार से यूजीसी नेट को बहुत ही स्मार्ट तरीके से पढ़ते हैं हम लोग, और ऑफलाइन क्लासेस में ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में मैं इसी स्मार्ट तरीके से इतना ही कंसोलिडेटेड एकदम कंटेंट मैटर पे हम इस तरह से आपको पढ़ाते हैं। एक एग्जाम्पल और ले लेते हैं, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, गायत्री चक्रवर्ती, जिसको हम पूरा कहते हैं गायत्री चक्रवर्ती स्पिवाक, वेरी बिग नेम। अल्पना wants to become a filmmaker. Alpana, yes Alpana. So Gayatri Chakravarti Spivak is one of those world's leading literary and cultural theorists. She is widely known and greatly respected for her groundbreaking work in feminist and post-colonial theories. Currently, Gayatri Spivak is Professor of Humanities at Columbia University. Gayatri Spivak was born in Calcutta on 24th of February 1942, much before independence, into a very middle-class urban family and obtained her undergraduate degree from the University of Calcutta in 1959. And she completed her graduate studies in Cornell University in 1967 under the directorship of a renowned theorist Paul D. Mann. Paul D. Mann में भी बहुत क्वेश्चंस आते हैं नेट पे स्टूडेंट्स। Paul D. Mann, ऐसे ये नाम याद रखिएगा। And Gayatri Spivak's dissertation on Irish poet, and who was that Irish poet? W.B. Yeats, was published as, उसका जो dissertation था Irish poet W.B. Yeats पे, वो किस नाम से publish हुआ? Myself I Must Remake. Myself I Must Remake. और इसके आगे ऐसे कोलन लगा करके आप पूरा इसमें लिख सकते हैं द लाइफ एंड पोइट्री ऑफ W.B. Yeats। 2 साल बाद, ये करीब छपा था 1974 में, इसके 2 साल बाद स्पिवाक्स ट्रांसलेशन ऑफ जेक्स डेरिडा को ट्रांसलेट कर दिया, और जेक डेरिडा का जो ओरिजिनल वर्क था वो आपने पढ़ा होगा, डी ला ग्रामेटोलॉजी, was published under the title of Grammatology, which has been asked several times in many examinations. ये 1974 में, इसके 2 साल बाद of Grammatology 1976. And this book of Grammatology was accompanied by a very lengthy translator's preface that would secure Spivak a permanent place in the post-structural theory and criticism. So I hope, yes, Alpana of Grammatology. So I hope this South Asian lecture would give all my students a knowledge about this field, this area, and if the students have not been knowing about the South Asian literature, they will be benefited that this is what is South Asian literature, and these are the novelists, and these are the people who are world famous, but you might not be knowing that these are known as the South Asian novelists. So with that, I rest my speech, and once again I wish that serious students who wish to make their career in English literature and feel that feeling of connectivity, that feeling of a guru and a teacher and a taught, a guru and a pupil, because it is a temple of education, Om Sai Nama, OSN. So where I teach with full of my dedication, that is charm with the students, because I somewhere feel that your time is very important, and those students who get up timely are actually, they reach somewhere very soon. And I really feel proud to say that recently, 15-20 days back, more than a dozen of students from OSN Academy who came to Lucknow when there was no online classes, and they have all joined as assistant professors by qualifying NET and qualifying MPPSC in Madhya Pradesh. Permanent lecturership all over MP. So God bless all of you students, and congratulations to all my students who are listening me, who are teachers, lecturers and readers in the entire country. And the new generation will be making my name with that decency, with that proud, with that commitment and happiness. Thank you. God bless you. We'll take some new lecture someday again. Thank you, students. Hello.